Matt and I made this at his house with it's a Brewzilla, right?
Yes.
And we used a shit ton of hops. Now, Bill, this is not a slight against you, if you're watching. They were quite old and in the freezer, and we dry hopped the shit out of this beer with those hops. And while this doesn't taste bad, we don't necessarily love it. Is that right?
Yes.
Can you explain? He was telling me earlier about what he thought was wrong with it, or a taste that he had. Can you tell the viewers you found an off flavor that you thought you had?
Well,
that's in here?
after initially it smells fine and it tasted okay. As it warmed up, I got a little sniff and it doesn't taste quite right. And looking at the different off flavors, which there are many, it seems like it's a isovaleric, which can be the result of old hops. So there you go. We used old hops, get an old hop flavor. So
yeah. What style did we basically try to make? An IPA, essentially, right?
A New England IPA.
Right. Okay, because the dry hopping. Yeah.
A lot of hops.
Yeah, I think if I kept all those hops that I got to bitter with, maybe that would have been a better idea, rather than relying on the stability of the hop to not be boiled, right, and just let their flavors out. I think they're a little old for that. Yeah.
Old hops lose their bittering effects and change a little bit. So, well, that's fine.
Again, I've had a bunch of these. I don't hate it, but yeah, disappointed is the word I'd use. Yeah.
It's very muted, but
yeah, there's no like, whoa, fucking hops,
no punchy fruit flavor that I would expect from a good New.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like you expect a lot of like, whoa, shit, and there's zero of it. Yeah, it's fresh. It's a little crisp. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not at all what we aim for. Yeah,
a slight hop burn.
Yeah,
but I think that's
there is a burn. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that was on the first one. Yeah. Like a harshness?
Yeah. It's just like in the back of your throat or back of your mouth. And I've tasted worse hop burn. This is okay. It should reduce as it ages out. It should age out eventually, but we'll see. I'm gonna drink one a week.
Don't age IPAs with a lot of hops in them. Not this one. Not this one. That's the only way. That's the only way. Yeah. Yeah, as far as haze goes, yeah, not bad.
Yeah, recently, within the last 6 months, I've seen some cans at bottle shops are turned upside down. I say, oh, what's wrong what's with that? And they say, oh, it's for the haze, so you want to mix it up. And I'm like, that is not the way a hazy IPA should be made.
That should be suspended within,
If you have to mix it, then that's not well done. I think it's really not that hard
Settling
to do.
The yeast is one thing, but as far as haze goes, that should be suspended throughout.
Yeah. That's why it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I let this. That's been resting for hours. Yeah. And
the yeast is still at the bottom, right?
Yeah. Again, I mean, I like a yeasty boy on my last shot, occasionally. But
I've learned that sometimes I'll do it, but not always.
What, a yeasty boy shot?
Yeah, I saw your video. It's
interesting,
where you're like, don't waste it. Let's get the dregs.
Not every time. It gives me an idea of what I should expect, right? That's why, we were talking about this when we made this beer, about people who don't wait to condition their beers fully, to enjoy them. I will drink them, again, because I made them, right? I don't think you disagree with me, but as far as enjoyment goes, yes. But it's important to have one, like you said, if you make the beer, it's important to know how it changes over time, right? Yeah.
You can, if you're making a big batch or you home brew a lot, then it's good to, taste it every few days and see what it tastes like. The beginning, if you're bottle conditioning, though, the first 2 weeks, if you drink it after 3 days, it's going to be really not what you want. Be a little sour maybe, or just not carbonated, and you want to wait. Just wait. How hard is that?
I'm making a stout right now. The first 24 hours it smelled like a leather tannery / coffee roastery, and that's gone now, but Yeonju wasn't happy about that.
Just close the door.
I did, but yeah, she's like, I texted her, it smells like a coffee roastery in here. She's like, wow! And then she gets home, she goes, I don't like that. It's like, oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. I think it smelled like a coffee roastery. When she said that, though, I went, yeah, it kind of smells like prosciutto / leather tannery. It has that,
That's when you start
like a
smelling
leather
like
jacket. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't taste like that. It tastes, sorry, but smell like that today. Yeah. But yeah, these things change day to day, week to week. So I always make sure I'm tasting a little bit. Because again, if I want to make stuff professionally at some point, I need to know how this stuff changes, right? The end product is the end product, but I need to know everything in between. Or I should
Just do an internship at Chill Hops and just get straight to the top.
You're a cunt. Everyone's a cunt. This beer's a cunt.
Right. That's how you make good beer. Call
That's
everything a cunt.
With Kevin, what did you learn at Chill Hops? All the Aussie slang. I got a bunch of free hops, and again, Bill, no slight. This is no one's fault.
But I bottle to Bill yet?
No. Yeah, exactly. He got one of the Simcoe Smash, the 2-row Simcoe Cryo Smash IPA that I made. We had that at your house. He got one of those and he liked it.
That was pretty
Again,
good.
yeah, there was nothing wrong with that one. It could have been fresher, maybe.
But
maybe it would have tasted better.
Obviously,
but
you didn't use as much
yeah.
hops as we did in this
Right.
one. So.
Yeah. This one was quite reliant. Maybe the cryo aspect of it, because it was mostly, not mostly, but a lot more oil, a lot more potent. It maybe aged better. Who knows? And I used less. That's true, too. Yeah. But yeah, Bill, there's a bottle for you. Let me know what you think. I think Joe from Ash Tree actually told me, don't use these hops to dry hop with. And I went, fuck it. We'll do it. We'll do it. And yeah, I guess we've learned our lesson. You know, spend the extra $40 on hops that are fresh.
hops.
If you're gonna dry hop with them, especially, right? Just fuck it. You know, $40. It's not gonna break your bank. If $40 is gonna break your bank and you're making beer, you probably shouldn't be making beer at home.
To be fair, it's not that bad.
Pay your bills. Again, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It just totally is not as good as I hoped that it would. Yeah. Joe, there's a bottle for you too. Bill,
get your
Joe,
notes
yeah,
on it,
yeah.
Joe.
Okay, let me write this down.
Nick?
Who else needs one? Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna finish this, and better luck to the next batch.